Well, we don't have some fancy intro for these little pregame lives, Parish, but we're here, man. We're here. I am in the bowels of the FedEx Forum. This
I
is the
see it.
seat. This is the seat where
Penny Hardaway, the
Taylor
players.
Jenkins, the
I take it
players.
well.
Yes, we are in here. You
Press
are in
conference.
your you are in your comfortable abode, about to watch the Grizzlies take on the Brooklyn Nets in about an hour, and I'm here about to film and be on the baseline for the Tigers versus the Tigers for their season opener. And guess what? Guess what? Guess who just walked in the room? Jeff Mack,
So,
the voice of the Tigers. Let's
let's
go.
say what's up. Which
Yeah,
Tigers?
man. You're the voice of the Memphis Tigers.
It's a Tiger station.
Oh man, there's not a whole lot for us to talk about on the Tigers related side of these things. Nothing broke today. Nothing happened. No big deal, right?
That's cap.
Is that cap? Yeah.
Hey, I just saw the news. Like, I probably saw the news probably 30 minutes ago. 'Cause I had a busy day at work. I just happened to like get on Twitter. I'm like, hold on.
You're like,
what the world?
what is going on right now? Obviously, the biggest news I am looking forward to. Can I just tell you this, Parish? I'm looking forward to the year where the biggest news of the day is the game and not the drama that happens
Right.
before the game, right?
Yeah.
Tyreek Smith, grad transfer from SMU and 17 other schools that he's been to in 4 years. He
I saw that list. I was like, bruh, 5 school. This is 5th school he about to transfer to.
Yeah, Tiger Great, DJ Stephens came on Twitter today and was
Yeah,
like, bro,
diabolical.
he said that's diabolical. 5 schools in 5 years is diabolical.
Oh, man.
Right? But no, Tyreek Smith, grad transfer from SMU, basically is no longer with the team. I think there's differing reports, whether Penny Hardaway dismissed Tyreek Smith or whether Tyreek Smith entered the transfer portal. I don't think that those two things are mutually exclusive. Parish, I think that someone can be dismissed and then also enter the transfer portal.
Yeah, 2 things can be true. Yeah, literally, both can happen.
Literally. So,
Because you got to
yeah,
enter the
man.
transfer portal after being dismissed. I mean,
Right.
what else you gonna do?
What else are you going to do? But all that is, obviously has dominated the last couple of hours on Go Tigers, the Tigers trivia or Tigers Twitter and all that kind of stuff. But man, yeah, it's just a wild turn of events, man. Obviously, a couple of weeks ago he left and left the team. Some may say it was personal days. That our reporting at Bluff City Media is that he quit,
Left.
and that Penny brought him back, was able to talk him into it. And to be honest with you, it kind of felt like, honestly, it was a Band-Aid on top of a bullet hole, right? Like that it wasn't necessarily going to last, like that not everything was all well and good and still.
Yeah, of course.
But obviously today's the first game of the year, and a decision had to be made, I think, because once and I don't know the exact language behind it, but from what I understand, once the first game is played, then that player's locked in for the semester. So there is
So
no transfer.
when did that change? Because I remember it used to be when they first when they enrolled in class or the first day of class. Didn't it used to be that, or was it always?
I think specifically when we're talking about grad transfers,
Oh, so yeah, that's right. Yeah, that makes sense.
I think
Grad
that's the
transfer.
specific language around grad transfers. I might be wrong on that. I'm probably going to get fact checked somewhere. Someone's going to be like, well, actually, Rule 1703
Folks gonna
apostrophe.
they're gonna do a screenshot of the page.
Oh yeah, they're going to pull out their pocket version of the NCAA bylaws. I'm like, whatever, dude.
Okay.
But all that pales into comparison to the fact that the Tigers are starting. They have their season opener tonight. They're playing against Missouri. The start of a hellacious non-conference schedule. Missouri is a team that coming into last year, everybody thought was going to be a decent team. The Tigers beat them last year, and then they literally didn't win a SEC game for the entire year.
This show
And
didn't.
And the coach, Dennis Gates, said, all y'all get up out of here. And so now they have like 14 new players, just like Penny did this year. And I don't know where their preseason rankings are in the SEC. I think they're ranked like bottom half or something like that in the SEC. But they're a tough team, man. Brand new team, tough team. They got some good transfers in. I think it's going to be a good test for the Tigers tonight.
Yep, sounds about right. Still the SEC team, still the first game of the season as well. So, especially with both teams got all new players, so it really is a toss up on what to expect on either side. Because you're just like, it's a whole new team, both sides, literally.
Both sides, right? Now, I think the Tigers kind of come into this with a little bit of
because
they've played Alabama and North Carolina,
so
right? Like they've been tested, so I think we kind of know a little bit more about this team than potentially what I think most Missouri fans would know about their team. They played some exhibition games as well, but they weren't tested the way that the Tigers were. So it'll be interesting to see if those two games, those exhibition games, prepared the Tigers for a better, for a smoother entry into the season. That would be interesting to me. But hey,
so
in about an hour, the Grizzlies face off. They get their revenge game in Brooklyn, right?
Yes, sir. Revenge season on the way, man. Zaire Williams. He had his little fun. I saw him talking all his little trash at the end of the game. Hey,
that man up out of here, bro.
We got you tonight, dog. We got
you. How typical and how funny was it after that first Brooklyn game when Zaire had a pretty decent game, a legendary game for himself, but a decent game in terms of NBA overall. Did you see Grizzlies fans saying, "Man, we should have kept Zaire"?
I didn't see that. No, I'm glad I didn't. I didn't see that. I'm glad I didn't. I'm pretty sure there was some. I saw my guy Bryson while he during the game. He went and posted, "Oh, Zaire Williams, I see you doing well. Stop it.
Stop it. Stop it.
Stop it, man." But yeah, revenge season, man. Hey, I'm ready. You know the Grizzlies coming out tonight on fire, especially because the game when I think Desmond Bain, Marcus Smart both got hurt, so everything just kind of went in disarray in the game anyway. That was the night that we got the famous draw quote talking about, y'all want to see me play? All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow. And
I'll see y'all tomorrow. And then what has it been since?
Man, enjoy a triple-double, another double-double. Well, he got 5 double-doubles in 6 games he's played.
So crazy, man.
I found out the bench, I said this on the Daily Grind earlier this morning, the bench has outscored, or it was either Brevin or Pete, one of them said it in the game against Philly, the bench has outscored every opponent in every game. The bench is one better. And that's crazy when you think about our bench. We're like 3-4 players that's supposed to be in the rotation. So you got players like Scottie Pippen Jr., another double-double. Right?
Lights out, man.
Man, coming out the bench, you got Jalen Wells is starting now. Look at him over here shining. Jay Huff, 20 points in like 15 minutes. Like crazy. So, the Grizzlies in their fun bag right now. Hey, they gotta go and take care of business because you know who got looming on Wednesday? LeBron James.
LeBron
James. But yep, go and take care of Brooklyn tonight. Go ahead, take care. Is Ben Simmons even? I need to check to see if Ben Simmons playing. He played last week.
I think he is playing, right? Like I don't think I haven't seen anything about him.
Let me see. Cause they said they was gonna rest him on back-to-backs, and I think they had a game yesterday. So let me check on it.
Yeah.
Yep, he is out. Ben Simmons is officially out Monday. Yep.
Stunning. I want to see. You know what it was? You saw those fans in Brooklyn get on his tail, or was it in Brooklyn, or where was it? Where they got on his tail up underneath the tunnel. Dennis Schroeder had to go and protect him, all that kind of stuff.
I think that was in Brooklyn. Yeah.
Was that in Brooklyn?
I believe so.
Called them a word that we can't use on the BuzzFeed Media airwaves. I think that confrontation put him out of the game for a couple of games, man. He got bruised spirit, man. He got hurt on that one.
Right. So
what are you looking forward to, man? Like, what do you so I think obviously, Ja's done what Ja's done. Jaren has come in and played well. Obviously, we're waiting to get Marcus and Desmond, and the reporting that has come out about, through the Grizzlies PR about when Desmond and when Vince and Gigi and Cam and all those guys will be back. Yeah. For the Grizzlies to get their revenge tonight, like, what do you need to see happen tonight?
Keep what they done the last 2 games. Don't do what they did last when they played Brooklyn last Wednesday or Tuesday, wherever the game was. Don't do what they did
Yeah.
then. You got, like I said, you got Ja Morant, you got Jaden Wells. I think just the starting five in general. And we keep talking about who needs to start three. Santi Aldama, in every game he started the three, we've won the rebounding belt, I believe. And he's had double-digit rebounds in 2 of them, and he had 9 rebounds in the third game. So Santi at the three. When we talk about who need to be starting the three, I think Santi might need to enter that discussion a little bit, especially to help with the rebounding battle. But I believe just play their game, play exactly how they played Saturday against Philadelphia, and they should win this one relatively easily. Because really, when they first played Brooklyn, they really just, I don't know what's going on. Josh seemed like he just was just coasting. I don't know. And I know that was his first game back after missing a game. Also, because I remember Jaren, they had no answer for Jaren. So the key I want to see tonight is if Jaren got it going and they got no answer for him, which nothing should have changed in less than a week. Feed him. Jaren, he had 27 points against Philadelphia Saturday. He had 30 against Brooklyn. Just feed him.
It is weird to me. It is. We are seeing a different Jaren this season so far.
He looks at everything he worked on last season when everybody was out. He's brought into this season. Everything he did then, bringing the ball up the court, the post moves, the off the dribble, everything he worked on, literally, he's doing it with everybody back. Well, not everybody back, but with Ja back at least.
Really, with 12 back, and we're good. All right. But no, it's been wild because, like with Jaren, I see a difference in the way he initiates contact more so than in the past. He would accept contact on the offensive side. He would make a move and then take the contact and try to make a shot. Now it feels like, man, he's imposing his will in the paint in a different way. And man, like you said, if you can get him the ball and there's no answer for him, and honestly, at this point, my brother, like, I don't know if there is an answer for him in the entirety of the NBA. Like, in terms of that skill set that he brings, the quickness that he brings, the shooting ability that he brings, it is going to be a very difficult task, I think, game in and game out, to stop Jaren Jackson Jr. from getting his points.
Right. Well, I hold off on Tiger League just yet. I still need to see him do this against Anthony Davis and Bam. Those are 2 players.
Okay. Those are 2 players that that's a good point.
They wherever he goes, them.
So let's get through this Brooklyn game and then let AD come to town, right?
Yep.
Let's see on Wednesday. Because AD takes it personal with him, man. AD takes it personal.
I think it's the whole, because AD hasn't won Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
And also Bam hasn't won. I think that's what it is. They haven't won Defensive Player of the Year. They feel like not necessarily they should have won the year he won, but it's just that, man, he got one and
they don't, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What a crazy matchup that we're talking about, man. The 2 guys that we're waiting to see him face off against is Anthony Davis and Bam Adebayo, right? Guys that have won at the highest level, that are Anthony Davis, first ballot Hall of Famer, more than likely, just a phenomenal basketball player. But yeah, man, those are titanic matchups. Especially that Anthony Davis Jaren Jackson Jr. matchup. Really, man, it makes my hair on my arms stand up. Like, I get excited about it.
Yeah.
Tigers tonight. What I'm looking forward to, man, is I want to see if there have been any adjustments on the offensive side of the ball, with who is going to be the lead ball handler for this team.
I would hope so. How you explained this second half in this Alabama, I would hope. It sounds pretty simple. PJ Haggerty needs to.
Yeah. It feels like to me, and Penny said this to me, I asked him this question at the press conference this week, and he said, literally, it's the momentum of the game kind of wills that into play, like what happens. But I would hope that, because against Alabama, I mean, against 2 top 10 teams in the country, PJ Haggerty looked unguardable when he had the ball in his hands and was driving the ball down the floor. He looked unguardable. And I think one of the things that Penny has talked about that he has been not concerned about necessarily, but just wanting to pay more attention to, is those paint decisions, right? Where the ball gets into the paint and they kick out to the shooters. Instead of having these catch and shoot, like, or catch and two dribble shots, catch and one dribble shots, getting the players getting the ball in their pocket and being able to just go up and shoot the ball. I think that is one of the things that I want to see, if potentially moving PJ onto the ball will change for this Tigers team. And I think that is in the two exhibition games, the second halves of both of those games were dominated by PJ Haggerty, and
Yeah.
PJ Haggerty had the ball in his hands the majority of the time. And so that
Right.
is what I am really interested in seeing. And also, I'm really impressed with Dane. I think Dane really played a good second half against Alabama. Really showed some athleticism, showed some bounce, showed some power in his posts. I'm hoping we can continue that. Like, that's what I want to see happen. So
Do you think
that's what I'm looking forward to.
Do you think this team is more closer to the Kendrick Davis led team, based on think about like PJ Haggerty, Kendrick Davis, and that Kendrick Davis role?
Yeah, I mean, I think that this team there's a lot of unsung talent on this team. I think there's better talent.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it was him and DeAndre Williams and
right. Yeah.
others.
And then just randos, right? Like,
Yeah.
but this team is more talented. Penny, if we wanted, and Penny even used this language in one of his press conferences about comparing it to last year's team, because if you remember last year's roster, when they came in, it was like, whoa, okay, like, this roster is extremely stacked.
Yeah, they started off that way.
And Penny made this statement in a availability a couple of weeks ago. He said, last year's team was more talented. This year's team is more dangerous. And so that's what I am interested in seeing, is how dangerous this team can be. And I think they're dangerous because they've gelled. They've been playing since June together, and they also have a lead guard in PJ Haggerty that is utterly dominant when he has the ball in his hands.
And that makes
like, he's dominant.
That makes a difference, especially in college. And then if they get to, as long as they make it to the NCAA tournament, that lead guard is like the most important position in a tournament run.
Absolutely. Well, listen, we've been on here for about 20 minutes, man. You got anything else you want to discuss before we get to the games?
No, ready to see 2 dubs. We already got them 3 dubs if you count the women. The women, shout out to Shamari earlier.
Shout out to the women, man. Hannah Riddick came out with, I think she had 25 points and 17 rebounds in her just dominated, man. She played a great game, played a really good game, and they're still without 2 of their best players. So I'm hoping Alex Simmons and the women's Tigers team is able to really get some momentum. I think she's a fantastic coach, and I think she's building towards something here. So I'm excited for them. And I will say this, man, the El Marone Fieldhouse was packed to the brim full of kids today, and it was so loud on TV. Like, all you heard was just shrill screaming from kids, just screaming, and it was awesome. It was awesome. Also, want to say big shout out to Trey Draper. Trey Draper, friend of the program, is now on the call for both ladies Tigers and men's Tigers team. So former Memphis Tiger, legendary Memphian Trey Draper, friend of the program. Congrats to you on your first game as a commentator for the Memphis Tiger basketball team. So
salute.
All right, man. Let's get out of here. Let's go get some dubs, bro.
Yep. Man, we ain't talking about like Jameis Winston. We ain't eating the dubs.
I can't even do that. How you do that?
You did dub. Okay. That was so funny.
All right, we're out of here.